Hello guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Guapish, your favorite nerd-based podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jackson, and I'm joined by my favorite LLM users introducing us off starting. What the fuck am I saying? Nico!
Does a sick-ass Akira slide on my Rascal scooter? Hey kids, I know that looked really cool and freaking epic, but I just want to say motorcycles are dangerous, alright? For your safety facts, just please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Yeah, we're kicking Nico off the podcast next episode. Anyways, the person that almost got a master's degree in computer science but dropped out early to study women, we've got Tanner.
We are doing some heavy lifting with almost there.
I believed in you. I believed in you so hard. And of course, the person that's basically a prodigy of the subject of coding, that is, Dylan.
Yeah, I use a free application on my phone to study code, and I'm basically a genius at this stuff. You guys should give up now.
We've done one study session as well.
Yeah, we've done a single one, even though we said we'd do more. I think it's over.
I believed. Anyways, as all of this alluding is being made, I am hosting a coding quiz, a programming quiz, computer science quiz, whatever you want to call it. It's something of that nature. There's going to be programming and general computing related questions. Just to preface here on the format, the first 20 questions are going to be just kind of regular trivia about computer stuff, and the last 30 are looking at code snippets, and you guys have to do stuff with said code snippets. This is going to be fucking impossible, I'm sure, but I believe in you guys. I will immediately just say I tried my best to make it such that information you're learning from previous questions will apply to further questions. And also, just to make this abundantly clear, all of these code snippets you guys are looking at are insanely impossibly basic. They're the type of shit you see in the first lecture of CS 101 type shit. Incredibly basic stuff. So I'm hoping you guys can learn how one thing works and then apply that to something else. But I guess we'll see if it actually works in practice. I don't fucking know.
You think too highly of us.
I was about to say.
I believe in you guys. I believe in you guys so fucking hard. I'll also say, when we're on the code snippet portion, if you want me to explain anything more in depth, I will do it. But obviously that's going to inhibit your ability to buzz in and answer. And this is going to have the same rules as my last quiz, where if you buzz in, I want you to give me an answer. I want you to know an answer. If you buzz in the second I show the code snippet and you have no idea what the fuck's going on, I'm going to dock points. So only buzz in if you actually have an answer, please. Thank you. Anyways, let's get us kicked off with our first category of just kind of general programming related questions. What test is a computer passing by tricking a human through chatting that it's also a human? Nico.
What is it called? I'll say the Schrodinger test. That's not it. I'm blanking on the name right now.
Dude, it's not the Schrodinger test. Tanner?
The Turing test.
Yeah, that's the one. Fuck. It was some guy's name.
In fact, the Turing test. Correct.
Yeah.
Dude, that was in that one movie that one time.
Dude, yeah, it probably was. Anyways. How were computer programs written prior to digital options? Tanner?
Dude, they were on punch cards.
They were on punch cards, correct.
Wow, that's so cool.
This guy's the fucking... I thought I had a picture of him. I don't, apparently. Oh well, anyways.
Bummer.
What was the defining markup language that revolutionized the web? Nico.
HTML?
Correct.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
You've got some fucking pros in this quiz right now. Let's go. Question 4. What was the main programming language for templating HTML in the early days of the web? Tanner.
CSS?
Incorrect. Nico.
Fuck.
JavaScript?
Also incorrect. Dylan,
Fuck.
you want to give it a gander?
C+.
C+ isn't even a programming language. You want to loop around? You guys have any more guesses, or what do I want to call it?
C#?
Also not C#.
Just Java?
Also not Java. Dylan, you have one final guess?
Python.
Also not Python, it's PHP.
I've heard that
PHP?
somewhere way back in my noggin.
I don't think I have.
PHP is a very, one of the earliest, big web technologies. We don't use it as much anymore, but it was massive back in the day.
Wasn't PHP that, drug they really like to use in the 70s?
Yeah, dude.
PCP, and it was never particularly popular.
Anyways, what's the primary styling language used to pretty up HTML on the web? Tanner.
This one's CSS.
Correct.
God damn
I
it.
actually knew that one.
For a bonus point, what does CSS stand for?
Ooh. So, code, I'm gonna say coding style syntax, or syntax style, something like that.
Incorrect. Here, now pass it to Dylan. What do you think CSS stands for?
Code. Style. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nico, you're our last hope.
Computer style sheets.
What'd you say?
Computer style sheets?
Dude, you're so close. It's cascading style sheets.
What does cascading mean in that context?
Well, it's the cascading is the format and how they work. So, like, as you add more,
Okay.
they like cascade in priority.
Yeah,
I see.
that sounds about right.
Interesting stuff.
Anyways, moving on to our next question here. What's the most popular language for interacting with databases? Nico.
Huh?
Wait,
Hold on.
it's Tanner.
Oh, fucking, that was weird. Yeah, no, Nico was the first one to appear in my answers list, but Tanner, you buzzed in before him.
Yeah, that's what I saw that too.
Yeah.
Tanner?
Sequel.
Dude, correct.
What?
I would have never fucking gotten that.
Oh, SQL. Okay, I've never heard it called that before.
Oh, am I stupid? Did people
No,
not call it that?
everyone says
Okay.
SQL. Okay, programming language always boil down to the computer reading what? Through compilation or other means? Tanner.
Binary?
Correct. Binary
Okay.
and or machine code, whatever you want to call it.
Machine code. Da-ba-da-ba-da-da.
Okay.
Moving on. What programming language is one step above reading direct binary instructions? Tanner.
I'll go, what the fuck? I blanked on the word assembly.
Dude, it is in fact assembly language. It's like this guy took a computer science class once or twice.
Huh, it's like I took a computer science class 10 years ago.
I knew it, dude. What category do people put tech like machine code and assembly into compared to programming languages like Python or Java? Script. Nico.
A virtual machine.
Incorrect. Does anyone want
Bummer.
to hazard a guess? Tanner, go for it.
It is on the tip of my tongue what the category is called. It's, fuck. It's like right there. I don't think I have it. Let's say, back end?
Incorrect. It is a low-level language.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've
Yeah,
heard
because
that
they're
before.
lower to what the computer's actually doing, whereas a higher level language, a lot of that complicated stuff is abstracted into simpler ways of utilizing it.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to our last question of the first category. What number is this? Tanner.
I believe this is 8.
It is not a Nico.
I believe it is 100.
Also not 100. Dylan, do you have a guess?
6.
Also not 6. Whipping back Tanner. Try 2.
Am I retarded? Do the leading zeros mean something here?
No.
Huh. This is... Oh, it's 4.
Dude, it is in fact 4. Correct.
Okay. I'm fucking retarded, Jesus.
Because, yeah, you're going right to left, so the first 0 means 0. If that was a 1, that means that's 1. And then
Yeah,
2 is 1, 0. And then 3, etc.
I just screwed up on thinking the first place would be, 2.
Yeah, in fairness, I put the 4 zeros there at the start to obfuscate it a bit. Anyways,
Yeah.
we got our first pity point going out to Dylan here.
GTR. Oh, I'm supposed to
Correct!
type
It is a GTR. I can't believe it.
I'll GTR. Submit. There we go.
Let's fucking go. Love that, man. You killed it. I didn't even get asked what the question was yet.
I saw the picture, my brain went manic, man. What can I say?
Dude, I'm always going fucking manic when I see a GTR as well, baby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see one every time you walk into your garage, I bet.
Dude, I do. I don't know where else it'd be. Anyways, moving on to our second category here. This is, so the first category is more like history and super general stuff about programming. This one gets more into in the weeds of like programming itself related knowledge a bit. And our first question here, what is a variable's purpose? Tanner.
To hold a number or piece of information that you can do calculations with.
That is correct. I went even higher level and just said something to store data with, but you killed it.
Yeah.
Next up here, what's the difference between dynamically and statically typed variables? I don't expect you guys to fucking get this. Tanner.
Dynamically, I think means you don't assign a value when you initialize the variable, whereas statically means you do assign something when you initialize it and it cannot be changed.
That is incorrect. I like where your head's at, though. You're probably thinking of like static variables, which is different than it being statically typed. Nico.
I mean, wait, what? I'll say the statically ones, they can't be changed once a program is running, whereas the dynamic ones can?
What do you mean? Like, what is changing about them, or what would change about them?
Statically type. Their type.
Okay, can you reformat your answer for me?
Okay. So statically, so for static ones, their type is determined once the program is it can't be changed once the program starts, whereas the type for the dynamic ones can be.
You're not like entirely wrong with your answer, but you're also not right. I'll give you partial credit if Dylan cannot give me the correct answer.
Well, now I don't. My answer wasn't really close to Nico's, so now I feel like I'm going to be wrong. But I'm going to stick with my gut answer and say it like dynamically typed variables have an array of different options to choose from when an output is required, whereas a statically typed variable, the output is the same regardless of how the function runs.
That is incorrect. Partial points are going to Nico. Basically,
Dude,
the difference
wait, I think I might have. Oh, well.
Alas, he gave me something partial, so I want to fucking just call it there. The basically it means it's about like how they can be typed at runtime. So you can read fucking dynamically typed variables are checked at runtime, whereas statically typed are checked at compile time. Meaning, like a language like Python, a variable can have different types, like a string, a number. They can hold different types of things, a Boolean. They can change what that is, like on the fly, whereas a compiled language like C++, you can't do that. If you set a type for a variable, it is that type, and it cannot be changed, and it'll like throw a compile error if you try to do something else with it at compile time.
Dude, that's literally what I was about to say.
This is so fucking sad. This is so sad. I'll give you preferential treatment on another question of this nature.
Crazy.
Yeah, the next question, even if someone else buzzes in first, you get to answer first.
Yeah, I'll give you a 50 millisecond head start.
I don't think anybody else is going to answer first, but you know.
What does it mean to compile code? Tanner.
Dude, it means the computer, like, starts, running through it and doing the operations in the order they're supposed to happen.
Like running the code?
No, it's like it compresses it into, like, a neat little package that's easy for it to read through or something.
Okay, your second answer is far closer than your first one was, and I'll give it to you. It is turning human readable language into machine code.
I knew that one. Fuck.
I wasn't even close.
I believed in you, Nico. Anyways.
Your R.
What does OOP stand for? Tanner.
Object-oriented programming.
Correct.
Oh, I was hoping I'd be first so I could get my funny answer.
For a bonus point, what is object-oriented programming?
Dude, that's programming where the big sort of thing that the programs are oriented around are like variables and functions.
Dude, that's the exact opposite of what object-oriented programming is.
Shit.
Damn.
The name gives a lot of hints. It's specifically you're basing your program around objects that can inherit from each other with different like classes and interface structures and things of that nature. So you can reuse a lot of code within the bounds of an object. So you could have like an animal class, for example, and then the cat class and dog class can inherit some base properties of like leg count or whatever from the animal class.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of general high level thing. The other big paradigm in programming is functional programming, which is closer to what you were talking about.
Gotcha.
Anyways, moving on. What is a function? You've got Tanner.
Dude, a function is a discrete set of instructions for performing some specific calculation or task that you would call upon.
Dude, I like that answer. I said reusable blocks of code that can optionally take arguments and do things.
Whoa.
Good job, good job. Question number 6. What's the purpose of a loop in programming? Tanner.
To repeat the same operations or instructions until you achieve some desired result.
Correct. My answer was even more basic than that. Just to loop over some section of arbitrary code.
Whoa.
Crazy.
It's like it's in the name. Anyways, moving on. This is the buzz-in multiple choice a la Nico's quizzes. What's an example of how De Morgan's laws are used? Let's reveal the first option here. Is it to why can't I fucking say W's recently? What's wrong with me? Rewrite Boolean expressions into an equivalent form? Is it to inverse Boolean expressions? Is it to simplify set unions? Or is it to convert set intersections to complements? Nico.
Let's go with simplify set unions.
I think you have to click an answer.
Oh, let's go with simplify. Fuck.
Tanner.
God damn it.
I'm gonna go with inverse Boolean
Dylan, you're a fucking shoo-in.
It's a real 50-50 here, dude.
By God, you got it. It's to rewrite Boolean expressions to an equivalent form.
Holy
I'm
shit,
the
how'd he do it?
50-50 demon!
I knew you had it in you, man. I knew you had it in
I
you.
knew that the whole time. How could you guys not know what De Morgan's laws are? Are you stupid or something?
Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the idea is basically you've got like an expression like true or false, maybe. You could rewrite that in De Morgan's law as not true and not false.
Interesting.
And that means the same thing, but it's just written in a different way.
Yeah, it
Anyways.
I guess it's not
Yeah.
inversing that, but...
Negating? It's impossible to say. There's some verbiage there.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to question 8. What popularized the term bug in regards to computer programming?
Fuck! No, I know
Tanner.
this!
Dude, it was like literal bugs getting into like the punch cards and the old computers and fucking things up.
Huh.
You're going a little harder on it than it probably was, but yeah, there was somebody found a moth trapped in a relay switch in an old computer. We had the general idea.
That's really funny.
Why was this answer so specific?
Dude, could I copy paste it from like a fucking wiki, I think?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
okay.
looks, I was about to say this looks a little more...
Fair enough.
Anyways, never push code on blank. Dylan.
The dev branch.
Incorrect.
Aw.
Nico.
Main.
Also incorrect. Tanner, do you want to hazard a guess?
Never push code to production on weekends.
Incorrect. We're getting warmer though. Dylan.
Vacations.
Also incorrect. Nico.
Damn.
Warmer up Friday?
It is in fact Friday.
Oh my god.
Correct.
Is this
Damn.
just office joke?
What does this mean?
It's a comics. Basically, it's if you push code to production on Friday and there's something wrong with it, then you're not going to be able to test it or do anything until Monday, or you got to work on the weekend to fix it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
This is a very common rule in all software companies. Both of the companies I've worked for have a hard rule if you're not allowed to do this.
Jackson, I'm pretty
Amazingly.
sure my answer was pretty close. I've heard you tell me not to push code to production on the dev branch before, unless you've got it checked.
Unfortunately, that sentence is gibberish.
Dude, I don't remember how you said it. You told me to make changes somewhere else and not on the dev branch or something.
Dude, the dev branch is the explicit branch for making changes. Anyways, moving on to our final question of this category. Are you confident in reading and writing code?
What? How is this true or false? Sure.
I believe in you. Unfortunately, Tanner's the only one that got it correct. The correct answer was true. You guys are, in fact, great at reading and writing code.
The
No,
fuck
I'm
do you
not.
mean?
Dude, I nailed it.
We're moving on to our second pity point of this quiz.
Hold on a second.
And this
I
one's
want
going
answers.
out to Nico. I'm gonna give it to Nico and Dylan. You guys, please give me what is the top speed of the Nissan GTR standard R35 generation, specifically in miles per hour?
Dude.
Yeah, let's give you a nice round number.
All right, we've got the votes are in. Dylan said 212, Nico said 200, and Tanner said 217. The top speed is 196 miles an hour.
There we go.
So I'll be doling out points accordingly here.
Hell yeah. Like, I'm close, dude. I'm real close.
Yeah, no, I'm giving you full points for that.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
How am I
Moving
beating?
on.
Never mind.
As I alluded to at the start, the next 30 questions are in fact code snippets.
Oh my god.
This first category, you guys are going to look at code and you have to tell me what it's trying to do. I think all of them, except for like the last two, follow that format. Incredibly simple code. Obviously, if you ask me to explain something, I will attempt to explain it without giving you the answer. Like I'll explain like how something works or what have you, or if we like get something further down and you forgot how something works or the syntax of something in a previous question, I will explain it to you. But obviously, you're not going to be able to buzz in very quickly if that's the case. So that's where the fault lies, I suppose. So yeah, use me as a resource. I will help you guys as much as I possibly can with this.
Bless.
Just putting that out there. And let's kick it off with our first code snippet. What's this code doing? I should also specify all of this is in JavaScript. Every single code snippet is in JavaScript. How exciting. Tanner, what is this code doing?
Dude, it is initializing a variable named I hold a number and setting it to 9.
Let's fucking go. That is exactly correct. It's assigning the value of 9 to the variable I hold a number. Remember this, guys. This is the fundamental skill. You have to remember how to assign a variable. Because
I'm baking it into my brain right now.
We'll see.
Yeah, for context here, the let is just like the keyword to, initialize a variable.
Yeah, I hold a number is just like the name of the thing.
Yeah, that's the name. And then the equal operator is setting a value to something. So you don't inherently have to set a value to a variable. You could just say let I hold a number, semicolon, and that's the end of the statement. The equals 9 is saying set the value of it to 9. And remember, it is one equal sign is setting the value to something. Not 2, not 3. One equal sign is setting the value to something.
Of course.
Equal sign.
Moving on. What is this code doing? You guys can also click on the picture if you want to zoom in or what have you. Tanner.
Damn.
Dude, do you want me to specify the one from the previous snippet
you
as
can
well?
just
or
look
just
at the new code.
Just the new stuff. So it's testing if I hold a number does in fact equal 9, and if it does, it's gonna print out wow exclamation mark.
That is exactly correct. Another thing here, some syntax to just really refresh you guys on. The if is just checking something. The double equal is specifically checking a value, so it's different from a single equal. 2 equals is a comparison operator between something and something else. So I hold a number is holding 9. It's comparing itself to the flat number of 9. That evaluates to true, and if it does, it's going into the code block underneath the if specified by the curly braces. And that console.log statement is just like printing out a value, like Tanner said. It's a little wordy in JavaScript because the idea is you're logging something to the console in your browser. There's different operations. You can do like console.warn or console.error for different codes. I'm using console.log as just a generic print statement.
So what do the two equal signs mean for the if statement?
That's just a comparison operator. All that's saying is you're comparing if I hold a number is equal to 9, or the value inside of I hold a number is equal to 9. All it's doing is just a comparison of like if they are equal or not.
That's what the two equal signs means?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 equal is setting a value to something. 2 equals is just doing a comparison between the left and the right side of the operation. It's just like a math expression of an equal operation.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. The if is just like, if, you can kind of like, I tried to make the variable names semantic so that it's easy to infer. Like, yeah, if I hold a number is equal to 9, then print it.
Okay.
Moving on. What is this code doing? Dylan.
It's gonna print 6 plus 9 in the console because the first one that says I hold number 2 is 6 and the I hold number is 9, so it's going to print 6 plus 9.
You are...
Or I guess 6...
I'm gonna pass it to Tanner here. I'll give you partial credit regardless, but I'm curious.
I feel like
Tanner,
I know where I fucked up.
Are you looking for it's gonna print 15?
Yeah.
Cool.
The way you said 6 plus 9 is like you probably were trying to say like it is like printing the addition of it, but like the way it made it sound like you're printing like the expression 6 plus 9, not that you're printing the value of what the expression would be. You know.
Oh, I was
evaluating itself. I'm sure, but it's just like the way you phrased it made it sound kind of weird. So I'm gonna.
No, I wasn't saying it's 15. I was saying it's gonna print 6 plus 9.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Regardless.
No partial credit. He's wrong.
Scrubbed.
Thank you for clarifying that, even though that's what I was saying, Tanner. Thank you. We were all unclear about that.
Anyways, yeah, it's assigning two variables, I hold a number and I hold number 2, and printing their values added together.
I just thought it was a different function that added them together. I didn't think it could be that way in a console log.
No, you can put whatever the fuck you want in a console log statement. You can do operations, you can call functions inside of them, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's not just like, it's not just like a string value. A string is just like text or some characters.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
It doesn't have to necessarily be that. It can be anything.
If it was in quotation marks, would it be 6 plus 9?
Even then, it would just be printing out, I hold a number 2 plus I hold a number in a string. It wouldn't print out the evaluation of that expression. You have to do something different to make it a string. Anyways,
Damn.
We've got a question 4. What is this code doing? Tanner.
Dude, it's initializing an array called I hold numbers and assigning the numbers 1, 2, and 3 to different slots in that array.
That is absolutely correct. It is in fact doing exactly that. Funnily enough, in JavaScript, it's not an array, it's technically a list, but you get the idea.
They should just use the same nomenclature as everything else.
I was going to call it a list.
The problem is that it's not an array, because an array is like a specific data structure with how it works in memory. You can't like modify the bounds of arrays and stuff. This is like fundamentally the list data structure. It just uses the same kind of syntax as some other languages that define arrays that way.
Whoa.
But that's a really high-level explanation of why the fuck that is. For a bonus point, how are arrays indexed, Tanner?
You call upon them, like you do bracket 0 bracket to call the thing in the quote-unquote first place, because arrays start at 0. I guess I don't know if that's true in JavaScript, but in the run programming language I did get good at, that was how it was.
No, you killed. That's exactly correct.
Holy cow.
Anyways, moving on.
Oh god.
What's this
Jesus.
code doing? So yeah, there's a big comment block here that's defining the syntax of how a for loop works, and also what the dot length operator is doing. So dot length is just taking the amount of items and giving that as a number inside of a list. And the for loop operator is not very intuitive in how it's formatted, but basically there's 3 sections of a for loop in this. The first part is defining the iterator variable, so that let I equal 0. It's defining a variable named I and setting it to 0. The next part is the stop condition for the loop, so it's going to go until the value of I is equal to length, because it only goes if it's less than length. So it's going to keep iterating. And then I++, that statement is basically saying...
Why are you explaining the whole thing right now?
I'm also doing it for the audience here. I mean, I
guess, but like, aren't we supposed to be giving this information as part of the answer?
Well, I mean, there's more going on than just that in the code as well.
Okay.
I mean, Tanner, give me what you think is going on right here in this quiz.
Yeah, so you're initializing an array, filling it with the numbers 1, 2, and 3. You're initializing a thing to remember the length of the array. And then, yeah, you're making a for loop that's going to start at 0, and it's going to go until so long as it is smaller than the size of length, and every time it goes through the loop, it'll, increase by 1. And then the console log thing is just going to print each of the numbers in sequence 1, 2, and 3.
That is correct. So yeah, there's two pieces here. So the indexing thing that Tanner was talking about, that double bracket with the I, that is basically accessing a value of a list at that index. So like, for example, iterator I, if we're at the first iteration of the loop, aka I equals 0 at that moment, and arrays and lists are 0 indexed. So the first item in I hold numbers is 1, and that's at the 0th index. So doing I hold numbers at I is saying to grab the value at the first index, or 0th index, which means it prints out 1. And then it just does that until the I value is equal to length, and then it stops.
Yeah.
He killed it.
This guy's fucking.
Wait, actually, I guess
this
one
quiz.
question. So is length going to equal 3 though?
Length equals 3, correct?
Okay,
but
gotcha.
because the condition is it only runs the operation inside of it if the condition is true.
Right.
So once I is in equals 3 itself, then they're equivalent, so it will not run the operation inside of it. I've got a feeling I know how the rest of this quiz is going to go. Anyways, moving on to question number 6 here. What is this code doing? Tanner.
So it's doing that same thing where it's allowing I to let it print out or call upon each thing in the array, but instead of printing 1, 2, 3, it's going to print 2, 4, 6, because you're multiplying it by 2 in the log call.
Correct, yeah, this is the exact same code as the last one. All I'm doing different is I am multiplying the values inside of I hold numbers by 2 and printing that out instead of just the raw number. Like with the previous one of console logging the 2 variables added together, you can do operations inside of the console log statement. So that's all that's doing. It's just the same thing, it's just multiplying the number inside the array by 2. So that is correct. Very exciting.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good.
Nico, did you get that one too?
You know, I probably would have said something like that. If given enough time, I think I would have gotten there.
Let's go. Anything you're lost on here that I can help to elucidate?
I don't think so yet, no.
Badass. I'm glad to hear it. Anyways, moving on. What is this code doing? Tanner.
Dude, this is going to print the word, or this is making a function called print puppies that when it gets run, it will have the console print the word puppies, and then you're calling that function.
That is absolutely correct. That's exactly what's happening here. And yeah, this is some more syntax here. Functions are incredibly important. They're reusable piece of code as elucidated prior in an earlier question. You define it by just saying function and then the name of the function and then the little parentheses there. You can put things to pass into the function if you wanted to, and that will be used later. But this one is just a function that does one thing, and you call it by doing the parentheses with the name of the function. So print puppies in parentheses with the parentheses is saying to call print puppies, and all it does is just console log something. So that's all there is to it. Very simple. Moving on. What is this code doing? Tanner.
It is defining a function called multiply by 2 that gets passed a number and then sends back that number times 2. You're then making two variables, one that equals 9 and one called I hold a new number that when it is initialized calls on the multiple by 2 and then sends it the 9. And then you're having the console call the I hold a new number, which will then call the multiply by 2 and send it I hold a new number, or I hold a number, and that will send back 9 times 2, and so the console will end up printing 18.
I think you got a little lost in the sauce there near the end, but you had the crux of it for sure. It is, it's the operation of defining I hold a new number is setting the value of 18 to it in that moment. It's not like it's being called when you're doing the console log itself, but yeah, you got the general idea of what's happening there. There's some new syntax though. You can, like I said previously, you can pass parameters to functions. So you're passing this function has a num parameter, and we're passing I hold a number to it, which is then taking the value of that parameter and multiplying it. And then there's that return text in the function. That's what the function returns, as the name suggests. That first function, the puppies one, it didn't return anything. It just does something and doesn't return anything. This one is returning a value, which is why we're assigning a new variable to that value so we can capture what that function's returning. Because otherwise, it would just get lost to the void. We wouldn't do it. We want to do something with the value of it. So that's why we're assigning it to a new number. You could just assign it back to I hold a number if you wanted to, but that's bad practice. And then we're just printing out the newly mutated value. How exciting! Next up, I think the next two I'm pretty sure are asking what the output of the code is. So let's just fucking get into it. What does this code print out? This is added in everything. Functions, if statements, variable definitions. Tanner.
It will print out no and then yes, because you're asking if the variable that is 4 is 5, which the function will say no, and then you're asking if the variable that is 5 is 5, and it will print out yes.
He's a fucking genius. He's done it. He's fucking done it again.
Oh my God.
That's correct. Nico, you sounded so loud there. Why'd you sound so loud?
I sounded loud there? What the fuck? I'm like kind of...
You sounded loud as...
Oh my god,
Yeah, you're
very
suddenly
loud.
much louder.
That's very strange. My Audacity waveforms are normal right now.
Discord's
Very
bugging,
strange.
man. It's just bass boosting you for no reason, I guess.
Strange.
Anyways, moving on to our final question of this category. What does this code print out? I will say I try to make the function names and stuff pretty self-explanatory. There's no tricks here or nothing. So you could potentially parse things by just looking at the function variables and just assume what's going on, and you'd be probably pretty correct.
Dude, Tanner, you got this.
Dude,
I believed in you, Dylan. I believed in you. Tanner, yes, go on.
this prints out 18.
That is correct, because we're defining a variable or a function that is just summing the values of a list, as the name suggests, some nums. And the numbers are 5, 6, and 7, so it's just summing the values of the list. Very simply. And he fucking killed it. How exciting. This is maybe the most one-sided quiz we've had yet. I love it. This is great.
Your last two questions have suspiciously had the number 18 in it.
Genuinely, this was not on my mind. Anyways, moving on to our second, and by second I mean third pity point question. This is going to Dylan and Nico, who are currently tied up.
Oh.
What generation of GTR is commonly referred to as Godzilla? The R32, R33, R34, or R35?
Dude, I should remember this, but I don't.
I believe in you.
I was thinking that as well. I remember this was a question on the car quiz.
It definitely, I was on Car Quiz too, 100%. Guys, it's the R32, Nissan GTR, Godzilla. That's my fucking
Whoa.
go. Nico gets full points.
We answered in ascending order. Check that out.
We answered in descending order, buddy.
We actually didn't
For
answer
me,
in
it's
any
ascending
order. At all. It's R33,
okay.
R34, R32. We're not.
Well, I think
quite,
what we're now finding out is that we appear in different orders on our screen.
Well, of course,
Yes,
of
sir.
course.
Just because you yourself always appear on the left.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Dude, I'm not left. I'm not on the left though.
This next category, like the last two questions on the previous category, are just asking what this code prints out and nothing else. You don't have to explain what the code's doing, you just have to give me what the output is. So theoretically, you could just fucking Hail Mary a guess and potentially be right because these are simple, quick answers. Just throwing that out there.
He's saying this because he wants me to answer.
I'm saying this because I want more participation in my quiz. Anyways, let's go on to question 1 of category 4. What is this code printing out?
Oh my god.
Nico.
15.
Incorrect.
Bummer.
What?
Oh, so this is gonna print out false, true, false, true, false.
What?
That is correct. He fucking killed it. So, regardless of what is going on in the is-even function here, all it's doing is taking a number and checking if it is an even number, and then we're just iterating through the list of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just printing out if they're even or false. And as Tanner said, it alternates between false and even, as you'd expect.
Does the
or false and true,
percent-
as you'd expect. The percent is the modulus operator. I wouldn't expect you guys to know what the fuck's going on there.
Dude, I knew that one.
Yeah, basically the idea behind the modulus operator is you're doing a division with remainder. So the number divided by 2 thing, let's take 5 for example. You're doing 5 divided by 2. It's going to do an even split, so it's going to return 2 as like the divisor, but that leaves you 1 left over as a result, and it would return the remainder to you from the division. So because you're modulusing 2, if you take an odd number, it'll always have a remainder of 1. So you can easily know if something is even or odd by the remainder. But regardless of that, you don't need to know that. Well, actually you do, because funnily enough, this is even thing returns in category 5. So remember that. Remember this code. It'll come back in category 5. Yeah, you're checking to see if something is equal to 0 on a modulus operator of 2, and that's how you know it is in fact an even number. Anyways, moving on to our next question. What does this code print out? This one's a little bit more tricky, but the fundamentals are still there. Nico.
15.
You know, the funny thing is you're like dead middle of the actual answers here. This is basically the same code as last time, or it's doing something a little bit different with it. Tanner.
Wait. So it's returning true or false times 5 a bunch of times? So is it what? Oh, right, because true or false can also be 0 or 1. So it's going to be printing rather 0, 5, 0, 5, 0?
That is incorrect.
Ah, shit.
Do you want to give
This
it one
is
more
where Dylan
look-see, or should I reveal them
Yeah, I
answers?
can keep looking over it. 1 second.
I'll give you 10 seconds here. I'm counting down in my brain.
Oh no.
I buzzed.
Dylan.
Dude, is it 0, 5, 0, 10, 0?
That is incorrect.
Oh, well, I
like the
tried.
gusto, though. I know, I appreciate the attempt. Tanner, have you come up with anything?
it's gonna print, fucking 5, 5.
That's also incorrect. The
I'm
code is
buzzing
printing
in a
out-
second time. Fuck.
is printing out 10 and then 20. What this code is doing is we're iterating over that list again of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're first assigning a variable current num to the current value in the number. So let's say 1, it's going to check that if statement. Is that number even? If yes, then we're going to multiply this number by 5 and print it out. If it's not, we're going to skip. So there's only 2 even numbers in that list, 2 and 5, or 2 and 4. So it's going to print out 2 things, that being 2 and 4 multiplied by 10, aka we're going to print out 10 and 5.
Yeah, the mistake I was making there was I was having current num change to what was being returned by is even instead of just like keeping that limited to the if conditional.
Dude, I like the gusto though. I like the gusto. Moving on. What is this code printing out? It's a little fucking algebra for you boys here. A little algebra. This is a pretty simple one. Tanner.
This is going to print out 4, 10, 18.
That is correct. It is printing out 4, 10, and 18, because as you guys can see, there's 2 arrays, and it's just looping through 3 times, and it's just multiplying the values of both arrays together as you go through. Very exciting. So yeah, 1 multiplied by 4, 2 multiplied by 5, 3 multiplied by 6. He's too quick with it. I need to give him like a 30-second debuff so you guys can process what the fuck's going on before he's able to immediately snipe it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what does this code print out?
Oh my gosh. See, these ones are trickier because I have to click on them to look at them closer,
it's a little tiny.
Oh no, they're trickier because you have to click on them.
Yeah, there is the new element added here, that being the push operation. So if you do push on an array, it's just adding the element you're adding in the parentheses to the back end of the array. So like we have an empty array and we do push in parentheses 1 on it, that means after that the array will now hold just 1. Tanner.
Okay, so it's going to print out 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6.
That is exactly correct. It's basically just like the last one, we were iterating through the arrays 3 times, and we're just adding the first element of both arrays, so 1, 4, and then the next iteration we're adding the second element, so 2 and 5, and then 3 and 6, etc. And then at the next for loop is just printing out the values of the new array in that new jumbled order. Nico, did you get that one?
Dude, I'm looking for a reaction image to sum up how I feel at the moment. Give me like 30 seconds and I'll get back to you.
Awesome. We'll probably be done with the next question by the time rolls around. Anyways, let's move on. What does this code print out?
Oh, that's funny.
Dude, this is gonna print out 3, 6, 9. Or, oops. Oh fuck. Wait.
You're definitely you are incorrect.
Yeah, I'm very incorrect.
There's some tomfoolery happen here. Nico and/or Dylan, you guys want to give this one a shot? I'll even fucking hold Tanner back. I'm letting you guys process this for a moment.
I'm
what do you guys think
foaming at the damn
here?
mouth over here to correct my stupid, dumb mistake.
Yeah, let's
If
see
you guys
here.
want me to explain anything that's going on here, anything at all, I'm reiterating, anything at all, let me know. Dylan.
4, 5, 6, 7.
You were so close! You were the chosen one! You know, I'm gonna fucking give it to you anyways. It's 4,
What?
5, and 6.
I was gonna fucking... Damn it.
Less than 3, that's right.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's it's checking that every time the loop runs. If that condition fails, it does not run what's inside the loop. So once I equals 3, that means it won't run anymore.
Yeah, no, I just ran it as less than or equal to 3, so I included the third index by accident.
Yeah, the 4th.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Dude, my mistake was even stupider. I read that plus sign as a multiplication sign.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
You
to be
stupid
honest,
fucking fool.
I wasn't processing at all what your answers were, other than that they were wrong. So I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That makes sense, though. Anyways, moving on to question 6. I love going on to these next ones because I never know if it's going to be a massive code block or some tiny little thing like this. What does this code print out? We're doing some string operations now. Shit. Tanner.
Dude, it's gonna print out El Gatito.
That is correct. It's printing out El Gatito. So yeah, strings are different than numbers, as you'd expect. Strings don't necessarily have to be just like plain text. They can be like numbers themselves. But when you're doing an addition operation on strings, they're appending the value of those strings together rather than doing some like math operation on them. So in this instance, it's just taking that L space and then appending gatito to the start of it or the end of it, and making it one L gatito string. How exciting.
I had that one on lock, man. Damn.
That one, I feel like you could probably just see the strings El Gatito and just kind of assume what the answer would be without looking at anything else. Moving on. What does this code print out?
Fuck you.
Nico.
6, 7?
Incorrect. Tanner.
Damn.
Sorry, my mic was muted. It's gonna print out 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7.
Correct. It prints out 6 7
Damn.
5 times specifically.
Wow.
He's the fucking demon of saying
Oh,
6
damn
7.
it, yeah. I only read the
Dylan,
6, 7.
you had an idea of what was going on there. Why didn't you give an answer, you son of a
I don't
bitch?
know why the fuck that middle function was there.
What do you mean the middle function?
You have too much faith in me. I don't know what the hell that...
I believe in you so hard. Are you
Yeah,
like
that
getting
was your
stuck on like
first mistake.
parsing what the like the initialization of like the for loop is saying?
Yeah.
Do you want me to break that down for you anymore, or is it just like you just
Well,
needed
no,
like a
I get
second
it
to like
now. I just
process
had no
it?
clue why the hell it was here, because I didn't see it referencing anything else.
It was referencing the console log statement.
What does the
Anyways.
plus mean?
It means it
Okay,
keeps adding.
that's a great question. So the plus is just incrementing that number by 1. So
Oh.
it's basically the equivalent of like doing I equals I plus 1, or like I plus or equals 1. It's just a shorthand way of just adding 1 to a number.
Okay. So it's saying
Yeah.
to like keep doing that until it hits 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So
Okay.
just one more time here for how for loops work. The first operation, split up by these semicolons, is just defining the iterator variable for the for loop, which is I, and it's setting it to 0 at the start. The next condition is checking when we stop iterating over the loop. So once I equals 5, that condition no longer works because I is not less than 5, it's equal to 5, and thus it will not run the code inside the for loop. It will stop operation. And then after every time after the code inside the curly braces of the for loop executes, then it executes that third thing, that third section, which is just, it can be whatever the fuck. It doesn't have to be appending the iterator plus 1. It can be whatever the fuck code you want to run, but normally it is just iterating one more. So it's just adding 1, so that the first time the for loop runs, it's 0. The next time it's 1, 2, 3, 4, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
Moving on to question number 8. What does this code print out? This one's a little tricky here. We got a function that's doing some processing here on strings. And then we're printing the value of that function based on passing different parameters to it. Tanner.
So this is gonna print out O, and then O, and then O.
Incorrect. Nico.
Fuck.
It's gonna spell out a whoa.
Not entirely wrong, but also incorrect. Dylan.
Dude, it's gonna be O, and then OO, and then OOO.
That's correct. He fucking
Fuck.
killed it.
Dude, I see what I got wrong there. I wasn't treating it as a new res each time.
Yeah,
Whatever
so yeah,
the hell
we're
that
defining
means.
an empty string, so it has nothing in it as res, and then given the number we're passing into a string of O, we are adding that many O's to that res value and then returning it. So yeah, the first time it's only 1, so we're only adding 1 O. The second time we call it with 2, it's returning 2 O's, etc.
I saw somebody make an
Cool.
American flag out of a function like this once. That was pretty cool.
Dude, you're not going to believe what some of these follow-up questions are. Anyways, moving on to question 9. What does this code print out? Pretty similar. The function is the exact same as the last one from last time. It's just the code that's using the function is different. And we've got something different going on here with how we're defining the for loop. Tanner.
Dude, this is gonna print out 5 O's, then 4 O's, then 3 O's, then 2 O's, then 1 O.
That is absolutely correct. So yeah, this is doing something really similar to the last one, except instead of just manually passing in a number, we're passing in the iterator value of the for loop. And differently from how we've been doing the for loops previously, we're starting high and we're decrementing the iterator instead of incrementing it like we have been. So that I minus is the inverse of what I plus plus is doing. It's just minusing the value of I by 1 at each time. But everything else stays the same. We start at 5, we subtract 1 every iteration, and then we stop once that conditional fails. So once I equals 0, then we no longer execute the code inside the for loop. How exciting. Moving on to question number 10. What does this code print out? We have in fact changed what's going on inside of that function. It's a different function, but all the code from 2 questions ago is the same below. It's just a slightly different function here. Take your guys' time to process this one. Nico.
Yeah, it's gonna be a O_O.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
I like the gusto. I assume you're scanning the code for characters and then you're just sending it on a vibe.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's not a bad idea. I think the one thing that could have helped you potentially is the fact that we're doing 3 print statements, not just 1.
Oh, bummer. Well, that's why I said 3 different, three letters there.
Alas. So what do you think the numbers are meaning in the functions? Anyways, I'm going to ask you that question later after Dylan gives his answer.
Dude, it's O_O 1 time, O_O 2 times, and then O_O 3 times.
That is incorrect.
I think I know where I fucked up.
I'll let you give it another shot after Tanner's answered. Tanner?
I believe it's going to be __O _
This is where it
O.
gets tricky.
Then it'll be, _O, and then O.
That is correct.
Never mind, I'm completely
yeah.
fucking lost.
As the name of the function is kind of trying to imply, we're basically doing what the previous one, the string of O function was doing, except we're inversing the position of where the O is. And to represent blank space, I was using underscores. So what this is doing here, it's a little bit complicated to parse what's going on because there's some arithmetic happening and how we're defining these for loops. But basically, we're taking the length of the numbers that we're passing. Dude, I'm not going to focus on it. You guys can figure that shit out, I believe. Anyways, we're going on to...
Okay.
We've got a bonus question, funnily enough. Given so I will probably preface here too. The string of O function and this inverse string of O function are the exact same in the code snippets for this next one. I don't expect you guys to get this any fucking time soon. It's a big ass code block. Feel free to just throw out guesses of what you think it is. What shape is this code printing out to the console? Nico.
I'm gonna say a cat.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Damn.
The American flag.
I like that answer. It is not an American flag. But yeah, this is definitely the most complex code we've seen so far by a country mile. There's a lot going on. There's this again, the functions are the exact same that we've already seen. I'm just using them differently here. Tanner, I'll give you 10 more seconds. I know it's not a ton of time to parse what's going on. Just throw out a guess of what you think could be happening here.
I'm gonna say it is the first frame of the Bad Apple music video.
I like that answer. You guys are all incorrect, though. It's printing out a diamond.
Holy cow.
There's the code and the output of me running the program for it. You can do such beautiful things with code, guys. You can do such beautiful things.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah, like the music video for Bad Apple.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Anyways, we've got our 4th pity point here. This one's going out to Nico, but I'll give it to not Tanner. I'll give it out to Dylan as well.
Holy smokes.
Because why not, What movies have we seen that include a Nissan GTR? I know 2 off the top of my head. If you guys can come up with one that I am unaware of, keep me updated. But yeah, give me some fucking answers, boys. Give me some answers. You guys are running out of time.
This isn't enough time!
Dylan, what do you think? Just throw one out.
I have 3.
Well, then give me all 3.
Death Race, Fast and Furious, and Mad Max.
Dude, which Fast and Furious?
Fuck, it is called Fast and Furious. That's a Need for Speed.
The first one. We've only seen the first one.
Dude, we've seen 2, and it's
We've
only in the
seen 2.
second, not in the first one. Funnily enough, Tanner's the only one that got the bonus point correct. We've seen a GTR in both Elysium and Too Fast and Too Furious. Or Too Fast, Too Furious. Not Too
Yeah,
Fast
that's right. There was
and
one
Too
in
Furious.
Elysium.
I think I'm misremembering Elysium in place of Death Race.
You might just be.
Yeah, it's
Death
entirely
Race had no
possible.
such GTRs.
Yeah. They're both very light brown.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys some points anyways because I like you guys' confidence going into it.
Hell yeah.
Tanner, trust me, it doesn't matter. Let's go on to our final category
This feels
here.
too pitiful for my taste.
Final category or final question?
Final category.
Oh my god.
God damn.
The problem, these code snippet ones just take fucking forever to get an answer on, so it's a little bit longer than a regular quiz. This next category is all about debugging code. I'm going to show you guys some
I'm fucked.
very simple code snippets, as you'd expect. You guys need to tell me what's wrong with it.
You got this, Tanner. We believe in you.
I believe in you guys. No, Dylan, I believe in you. You've got this yourself.
We'll see.
What's wrong with this code? Tanner.
Dude, you need quotes around hello in order to print the word hello.
That is correct. Hello, if you're doing
That'll
it in...
do it.
Yeah, if you're doing it like that, that's attempting to reference like a variable named hello, but there's no such variable defined, so it would be throwing an error. So yeah, you'd be looking to put string or, quotations around it to make it a string.
If I had said there was no function that was defining hello, would you have accepted that as an answer?
Dude, funnily enough, you can also call a function without having curly or the braces to the right of it. It's just a different way of referencing it. So technically that would actually be correct because you could print out the fact that it is a function to the console. So that would technically be correct as well.
Would you have accepted it was written by a white man?
Dude, no, that's fucking badass. That's why this shit's
Oh.
beast mode. Anyways,
That's like
moving on.
80% of code, Nico. Do you know what would happen if that weren't the case?
Dire
Let me just say the
consequence.
world be a better place.
What's wrong with this code?
Oh, I clicked and I missed.
Nico.
So it's referencing Y, but Y does not exist. We only have X here.
That is exactly correct. We're trying to print out the wrong variable name. This is how it should look correctly.
Why are you asking about my ex, Jackson? What's wrong with you?
Dude, you're the one bringing her up, not me. Moving on to question 3.
Fuck.
What's wrong with this code? Nico.
So fucking the console log for adult, it's not actually like trying to like call for the age at all here. So like the adult tag, it's not gonna like pop up at all if
That
age
is
does equal
incorrect.
18. Oh.
Tanner.
It's not using the double equal sign to compare age to 18.
That is correct. If we go back to early
That's
on,
right.
a single equal is setting a value, 2 equals is doing a comparison. So the correct answer would have 2 equals to do the actual correct comparison there.
Would anything even happen if you just like did an if statement with a value assignment?
I mean, yeah, it's just not going to execute the code inside the block. You could do that if you wanted to. Some languages do throw a syntax error if you try doing that, but I think JavaScript lets you fucking do that. It's totally valid JavaScript.
Interesting.
It's just not going to fucking do anything.
Is there any use case for that?
No.
Dude, I would have got
There's
that
no
wrong,
use case
too.
for that. Anyways, question number 4. What's wrong with this code? Tanner.
There is no number 3 index in the array, the list,
It's
rather.
right there.
Tanner is exactly correct. Because arrays are
What?
0 indexed, the first item 1 is actually at index 0, and we are referencing indexes when trying to access values inside of an array and or list. So that 3 is referencing a number that doesn't exist in the list. So it would throw an error because it doesn't have it.
Let me just say, whoever came up with that, I'm not
Yeah.
going to say what exactly, but they do deserve something very bad to happen to them.
to be completely honest with you, I have no idea why we zero index arrays. I assume it's something to do with fucking, like, low-level memory management or some bullshit, but...
It's because there's zeros in binary.
It's literally probably some bullshit about, like, aligning binary values or some shit.
Let me just say, perhaps a bit preemptively, but congratulations on the win, Tanner. I know you've been looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for sure that'll just, take the win.
I doubt that very much.
Y'all have no idea how many bonus points I'm giving you.
Alas,
true.
I will get none of them right.
Anyways, as
didn't
Tanner's
deny
correct,
it.
let's move on to the next question. What's wrong with this code? Tanner.
Dude, you can't just do count plus 1. Like, that's not valid syntax.
What's wrong about that?
You'd need to do count equals count plus 1 if you wanted to add 1 to it. You need an equal sign in order to, like, tell it, hey, you're changing a value here.
That is correct. You would have
You
to...
could also do count plus plus if you wanted to, though.
You could do that as well. Yeah, the problem with this code is that it's trying to increment the value of count, but it's not assigning it to anything new, so that value, that operation of doing count plus 1 is just being lost. So the previous one would have just printed 0.
Oh.
Huh.
Anyways, moving on to question number 6. What's wrong with this code? Tanner.
There's no return statement in the function, so it's just, I guess it might just not do anything.
That is correct. It would be returning undefined in the console log, or it would be printing undefined in the console log, because it's trying to print something that's not being returned. So yeah, as Tanner said, you need to return a value from a function if you want it to, return a fucking value. That one was just doing a calculation and then not doing anything with it. So it would have just printed undefined.
Oh.
Question. I'm hoping this is a very knowledge-gaining quiz for y'all. Getting some fucking
I already
basics
know
in
all
here.
this shit, Jackson.
Listen, I'm not talking to you, Tanner.
Jackson, we both know what's gonna happen with this knowledge after we're done here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
It's gonna
coding
bear
quiz number
fruit.
2, and you're gonna fucking rock that shit.
Uh-huh.
Anyways,
Of
moving
course.
on to question number 7. What's wrong with this code? Do you guys remember what I was talking about earlier? You guys remember? I specifically referenced remembering this. Nico.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that second equal sign. There should only be one there.
Dude, that is incorrect.
Fuck.
Having 2 equal signs is exactly intended for that function.
Dude, Tanner,
Anybody
you
else
got
want to
this.
hazard a guess?
Dude. My brain is telling me there's something fucky-wucky here.
There
yeah,
is.
there's supposed
There
to be.
certainly is.
Fuck it, whatever.
Dylan, go for it.
You're asking it to have return even numbers, but you're also asking it to, check for remainders, and if it's an even number, it can't have a remainder.
Dude, fucking... You didn't explicitly say what I was looking for, but you had the right idea. You're doing the wrong comparison for the is-even function, because an even number will not have a remainder if you're dividing it by 2.
That's what I
so you
said.
should be checking for 0 and not 1.
I basically said that.
Yeah, he basically said that. I don't know why, my brain was like, something's fucked up with the curly bracket right there.
No, I'm not doing
Interesting.
any, weird fucking syntaxy stupid things, because, that'd be just too unfair for you guys. So, I want at least a chance of you guys understanding what the fuck's going on.
Oh.
I appreciate
Sometimes a
it.
chance is all I have.
And I love it, dude. I fucking love it. We're going on to question number 8 here. What's wrong with this code? This one should be a layup for you guys.
Well, don't say that. Now you make me feel retarded.
I mean,
Tanner, go for it.
yeah, if what you're trying to do is have total, add up everything, it's not doing that. It's just going to end up printing out the number 10.
No way you fucking biffed it on the last hurdle. That's crazy.
What? It's not going to...
Nico, do you have the actual fully 100% correct answer? I'm being very harsh on Tanner right now. You got it 95% of the way there.
Yeah, everything Tanner said, except it's gonna be 0 instead of 10.
He got it. He fucking got it, baby.
Yeah. What
He
can
killed
I say,
that
dude?
shit.
What can I
I
say?
don't understand.
Yeah, this is
Dude, why
basically
is that?
there's a lot of code here that's just showing the exact same thing from a previous one of these debugging things. The value of total wasn't being set to anything in the operation in the for loop. So yeah, I was printing out 0.
Well, I
which
thought
is-
it said total equals I.
Yeah, total equals. But yeah, oh, dude. You fucking got my ass. You guys are both right. I didn't even fucking think about that, to be completely honest with you. Well, no, actually, hold on, fucking... Because the value, you're wrong again, sorry. You faked me out, dude. You did a little dollar trick at the fucking gas station on my
What?
ass.
What did I
do?
do?
The value of total is being set to equal something, but it's not being stored anywhere.
Huh? What? So, wait, what? So, like, it goes into the for loop, and at the last iteration of the loop, it does set total, in the previous slide, it sets total to I, which on the last loop would be 10, but once it exits the for loop, it goes back to equaling 0?
No, you're fucking correct. I was thinking about it a little too hard there. No, you guys are both correct. I was trying.
How is Nico correct?
Because it is still printing out. Oh wait, no, you're fucking right. This is a very poorly formatted question here.
I'm very confused.
I mean, it's correctly formatted in the sense that, like, you know, it's not doing what you want it to do.
Correct. No, the way this was phrased is very confusing. And frankly, I had the wrong assumption about it. Tanner is completely correct. I got confused with the way I was formatting something inside of the for loop. Yeah, Tanner is correct. It's not. Nico's correct.
Dude, I'm even better at coding than Jackson.
Let the record show you originally said I was correct, so I should still deserve the points anyway.
You know, dude, I'll give you some points anyways. Why not?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll give Dylan some points too without some fucking.
No,
bullshit.
don't do that. Stop that. Take it
Question
away.
number 9. What's wrong
I
with
didn't
this
even answer.
code?
How could you even do that?
How does he have the power?
What's wrong with this code, guys? What's wrong with this code? Nico.
Yeah, so 10, it's like making it the max. But like 10 isn't even like that big of a number in the grand scheme of things.
That's so facts, dude, but that's also incorrect. Tanner.
It's just returning the wrong one. Because if you're wanting to get the max, on the if statement, if A is greater than B, then you want to return A if that's true.
That is exactly correct. They got the numbers wrong. That function should be a min function if they're trying to keep the logic right, or you should fix the logic and return A.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Dude, I guess the max in mathematical terms is just trying to find the larger of two numbers in a set.
Dude, that's greater than or less than. What are you talking about?
Exactly, that's what we're doing in the if statement. Anyways, moving on to our final question. This is the hardest one we've seen yet, boys. What's wrong with this code? Dylan, funnily enough, you've done something incredibly similar to this before in our coding session, except it was in Python. Tanner.
Because of the way you write the if statement here, it's just gonna print D. Because it is larger than 60, but you'd want to basically put them in reverse order so that you're checking if it's greater than the higher values first, so that it doesn't stop at the lowest value it's higher than.
Dude, he fucking killed it. It's exactly correct. The way the conditional was formatted was very wrong. If you passed anything greater than 60, it would have just printed D for everything, because that first conditional would have caught every single statement, regardless of the fact that there was if statements below it that would also have been valid. So this is the proper way of formatting it. You want to check top to bottom here, and this would actually give you exactly what you're looking for.
I was going to say you missed E. You skipped right to F.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
I am going to DM you guys your points here real quickie. And we're gonna do some betting. You guys like betting? You guys like fucking betting?
No.
Not really.
It is the sole reason that I die.
There you go, Tanner. That's your points. Nico, where the fuck are you in my DMs? There you are. That's your points, Nico. Let's see some bets, babies. Let's see some bets. I should also specify the... Oh, actually, hold on. Before I immediately fumbled. Before we do that, there's a final fucking pity point. Let's do that here, and I'll give you guys updated fucking number values. How about how much horsepower does a 2013 Nissan GTR Black Edition have from the factory? I'm giving it to both Dylan and Nico once again.
How many horses can you cram into that sucker? Let's see.
Your
There
guess
you
is
go.
as good as mine.
Anyways, let's reveal them fucking answers, baby. The correct answer is 545 horsepower.
Holy
That's
shit.
crazy.
Dude, I wasn't even close.
Me
No,
neither.
dude, my shitty economy SUV makes more horsepower than what you guessed.
I'm so curious
How much
as to
did
what
Tanner
Tanner
say?
said now.
I said 230.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I don't have a good grasp of how powerful a horse is, I guess.
I
Yeah.
don't think you understand how horsepower works at all, given that statement.
There you go.
I mean, horsepower has to be, like, at least somewhat based on
No.
the actual power of a horse, right?
No.
No, it's not. Funnily enough,
Not at all.
I think people have done horsepower calculations, and like one horse is like 5 or something horsepower.
Yeah.
Why do they call it that?
I don't know. It's fine.
Maybe
Yeah.
horses were, like, way stronger 200 years ago.
I think it'd be the opposite then. They're 5 times weaker, and they've evolved so much through genetic breeding.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes sense, actually. Maybe horses were just 5 times weaker 200 years ago.
Yeah, no, we bred them like bananas to just be as strong as possible, as big
I
as
think this
possible.
goes to
We
show we
have
should have
done
had
that,
a
though.
horse genetics quiz.
That'd be I'm gonna host that new Musume quiz next time.
There we
There we
go.
go.
I'm fucked.
All right, the fucking points are in. So this final thing is, unsurprisingly, another code snippet. I'm going to have you guys tell me both what is the code doing and what's wrong with its implementation. So you're trying to find what specifically it wants to do, regardless of the bug, and where
What?
the bug is in the code.
Wait, so we're supposed to figure it out even though it's wrong?
Well, it's
also
a really
tell you what's
minor.
wrong?
It's a really minor thing. You have to look at the code and see what, like, infer what the intention behind the code is, and then but tell me what's wrong about it.
Nico, good luck, my brother in Christ. I wish you well.
I'll do my
It's
best.
the ultimate challenge. I believe in you guys so hard, though. I believe.
That's good, because I
Let's
don't.
check it out. What is this code attempting to do, and where's the bug in its implementation? I'll give you guys plenty of time. This is a free choice answer, so you guys just type in whatever you want. Unsurprisingly, let's just fucking see it. If you guys need reference again on how syntax works or what have you, I will still provide that. If you guys need anything.
And are we typing this answer out? Oh yeah, we type it right there.
Yeah, it's a free choice.
Um,
You've got one answer in already. And by God, I believe in you guys to fucking kill this shit. Kill this shit like your mama depends on it. I have read Gunpoint, by the way. That's why
Dude,
I'm
I
saying
guess my
that.
mom's dying then.
Oh, fuck. Thankfully for you, the stakes are low.
You literally just said you have a gun pointing at my mom's head. I don't think the stakes are low.
That's beside the point.
I think it is the point, actually.
It's like the Joker gun where it's just like a little banner pops out of it.
Yeah, but then afterwards it ends up exploding and, kills everybody in proximity.
That's beside the point. Guys, how are we doing? How much more time do you guys think you need to solve this little puzzle?
Hang
How much
on,
more
I'm
time do you guys
almost
need to
there, I
have to
think.
paste this into an LLM and give them an answer?
Wait, we could use AI this whole time? What the
No,
fuck?
I'm
What?
fucking joking. I'm making the Google joke.
Well, we already know that's what Nico's been doing this whole time.
I fucking hope he has been doing it this whole time.
that's why I'm fucking. That's why I'm fucking killing it right now.
That's why.
he's
Yeah, that's why his
fucking
answers roll
fascinating.
20 to 30 seconds after he unlocked the buzzer. Consistently.
What?
Yeah, make sure if you guys have answers, make sure to click submit. By the way, if you haven't done that.
Dude, I'm not confident in this one, to be honest.
Where the
Good thing
fuck
you
is
bet
that?
all your points.
Yeah, I think there's something incredibly obvious I'm missing here, and it's gonna make me look like a real dumbass.
Dude, shut up. That's my role. Get the fuck out of here. There's only room for one.
All right, Nico. How we doing, man? How much longer do you think you need?
The bug is the tough part. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Dude, just
give
call
you
it a orchid
Yeah.
mantis and you're good to go.
You'll give me what?
Do like half bet points if you get partial credit. Oh my
That's
god, he was
crazy.
just going fucking ballistic.
He's not so generous with me.
I would have been.
No. I don't want
Why do you
the
think
pity.
I wouldn't have been?
I don't want the pity.
I've given you so much though.
You
Accept
shouldn't.
my pity.
No. You did you actually add points? I don't like what,
Every
what
time I said I was adding points to you, I was giving you points.
Send me my actual score, you piece of shit.
I don't fucking know what the actual score is.
That's
I've
fucked
got
up.
no fucking idea.
I should have bet the amount of points I think I should have
bad.
minus from my score, so that way I have the actual points reflected at the end of this all.
Alright, we've got our answers are all in. Let's reveal them. Let's have Tanner please just verbally say your answer for us.
This is a fucking essay answer?
What?
We were
on.
typing it out.
I just thought it was a number.
Oh.
I don't understand how you misinterpreted his instructions that badly, my guy.
Tanner, how would you grade my participation throughout the entirety of this quiz?
So my answer is it's trying to find the largest number in an array that's like it has mixed up numbers and then print that out. And I believe the error is that because you're in the for loop, you're doing it less than or equal to length. It's gonna go one too many times and throw probably some kind of error.
Alrighty, and Nico, please tell us your answer. Please read the text verbatim.
Where is my text? Oh, I can just hover over it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's trying to find the biggest number in the array, so that should be 9 there. I didn't really know what to say for the bug. The equal sign next to the array, that shouldn't be there. That's bad. Oh, yeah, I should read verbatim. So it should be 9, but the equal sign next to the array is bad. That's what I said.
Epic. The equal sign. What the fuck is the equal sign next to the array?
There's an equal sign.
Like on what line are we looking at?
Did you change it?
Oh yeah, no, it's showing the correct answer. It's showing the correct answer now. I guess like where would it have been? There's some comments now, but
I don't remember. Oh, I guess okay. So if you got rid of the line 4, it was next to r.length, I think.
line now in the current image.
Oh, line now 9. There used to be an equal sign next to r.length.
Dude, sure, I'll give it to both of you guys. To be honest,
Fuck yeah.
there's a bug in my thing. I can't see you guys' full answer. That's why I was wanting you guys to read it out verbatim.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It cuts it off. I need to fix that. I didn't test free choice answers with long enough
Gotcha.
outputs.
Are you able to hover over the answers?
I cannot, which is why I was
Okay,
really wanting you guys to
gotcha.
read them out verbatim.
Okay.
What if you just make a function that allows it to expand the answer when you click on it?
I mean, yeah, I just don't have that. I need to fix it somehow. But yes, I'm giving both Tanner and Nico points for that.
Dude, you should subtract points from me.
Dude, Dylan bet 0 points, so he is unsurprisingly ending up with the same amount of points he came into the final question at. And here are the results, ladies and gentlemen. Tanner takes the dub with 131
Oh my
points
god.
at the end of the day.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure I just have
Congrats,
like
Tanner, on
15
the epic dub.
points.
Wow. Nico, did you
word.
bet everything?
Yeah, that's how much I got.
For
Jesus.
context, Tanner was going into the final question with 91 points.
What the fuck? I had 18.
Nah.
Most
Good
of
Lord.
those questions were worth like 3 points, and he was getting basically all of them. Congratulations, Tanner. That may have been our most lopsided quiz yet.
I was about to say.
I feel like we've said that about a couple quizzes, but maybe they just keep getting progressively worse. I'm pretty sure I actually had like 15 points, probably less.
Yeah, our quiz design is becoming increasingly one-sided.
We need to have more things in common with each other. God damn it!
That's so true. We can't keep doing movie quizzes.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I think we just need to stop doing things that are extremely in up one person's avenue.
Well,
Dylan, I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I genuinely had more faith in you to be able to get some of those. The problem is that even if you did know the answers or could parse it given enough time, Tanner was always gonna be faster than you. So like it was just a massive uphill battle the whole time.
None of anything
anyways.
that's been said this whole time is making me feel any better. It's actually doing the opposite.
listen, it's just like, there was no guarantee that I'd actually remember this much stuff after all this time, Like, I haven't touched coding at all in, like, 10 years, so, like, the fact I actually remember it this well is, shocking.
Nico, you took some, like, beginner programming classes, right?
Yeah, I have. I took a couple classes in high school and then a couple in college as well. I was not good at it, ever, so...
Tanner, you can, like, recite the Gettysburg Address from memory, and Nico remembers everything about anything at any given moment.
7 years ago, we laid upon this land.
What a lovely
There we
quiz,
go.
guys. Thank you for participating. I hope you guys had a fun time in my quiz.
I liked it.
Dude, it was a blast.
It's my favorite. That quiz, it genuinely took a lot of effort to put that one together, as you could maybe
Yeah, I mean, you
imagine.
had, like, no time to do it, man. But you still,
Alas.
you blazed through it. Good job.
I'm the fucking goat, baby!
You're a demon.
Speaking of goats,
I can't wait to slaughter a goat as we talk about Guapish at the movies.
Guapish at the movies!
That's a lot of nuts!
Jackson, what did we watch this week?
the Patreon request this week, as requested by our favorite patron, Slayed by Jay, thank you for the request, was the 2002 film Kung Pao Enter the Fist. And if you also want to get your movie picked and reviewed by us, go to guapish.com/Patreon or patreon.com/Guapish for $1 a month, and we might just get you rolled in the raffle. I make it sound like we have a choice in the matter. We don't. It's completely fucking random. Anyways, I guess I'll describe the plot of this movie.
Yeah, why
this
not?
is the plot of the movie Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Hilarity ensues. Tanner, what's your fun fact?
Dude, fun fact, Steve Odekirk, the director and writer of this film, did the voice for every single character except for the monoboob lady.
Oh,
Crazy.
good fun fact, I suppose. Jackson, I want to know you the most. Where are you putting this?
I'm tossing up right now between a B and a B minus.
You know, shockingly, that's kind of where I expected you to put it. I'm personally at a C minus. Dylan, how about yourself?
B minus, I think. I don't remember. Hold on.
Did you say B or C?
B plus. Sorry, B plus.
B plus, okay.
And Tanner.
Dude, shockingly enough, I'm the lowest on this one. I'm at a C+.
I mean, I'm at a C
Dude,
minus.
Yeah, Nico's objectively lower than you.
I wasn't paying attention to what he said.
we know.
You fucking hate this guy. What did he do to you? So, despite all odds, as you guys are very familiar, I'm not a big comedy guy. For
No.
some reason, this movie was really fucking funny to me, though. I can't explain it. It's impossible to say. There's a lot of jokes that miss really fucking hard. A lot of jokes that run on way too long. The whole cow sequence is insanely unfunny. There's like some ironic humor to be had there, and there's more shit than just that. But it is surprisingly got a lot of hits, some pretty funny stuff they're doing with it. I think conceptually, I like the idea behind the movie, especially with how janky a lot of shit is. I just had a fun time with this movie. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably like the most I've literally laughed at any movie we've seen yet, which is insanity. Like, I think, to reference another like pure comedy we've seen, fucking the Holy Grail movie, I think that movie is way more clever, way better produced, all of that. And I think it is funnier than this movie. But I think I was laughing more at this movie than that one for whatever reason. I can't explain it. This movie just really got me. I don't know why.
Well, so you referenced like the cow scene. I think that like in terms of things going on too long, that's a little bit of an like exception for most of the movie, because for me it helps that the gags in this film are largely very quick and bite-sized, so like you know, if you don't jive with one of them, we're quickly on to the next one, so you aren't just like fucking suffering through something like Biggest Dickus, you know, in those Holy Grail films.
There are some things, like if you don't like the Betty voice, that's probably going to get pretty old pretty quick, things like that. If you don't like the whole bit of like the shitty dubbing over everything, that's going to get pretty old pretty quick, because it's the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of this film, and that is like kind of where I end up not being like as big of a fan of it, because like a lot of the jokes are just like fucking they're just completely fucking random nonsense for the most part. And so when that kind of stuff happens, it's like, oh, that's kind of silly, but you know, for the most part, the general like joke style is very similar throughout the whole film. And so at a certain point for me, it does like just kind of get like, all right, we're kind of just seeing a lot of the same shit at this point. And so that's for me where it's like, all right, I kind of just get it. I think I'm good at this point. It's like the initial shock value of what they're going for initially wears off for me, and after that point, it's like, I just don't care as much now.
No, that totally makes sense. Like, if you don't, I mean, this is kind of just a thing with all comedies. If you don't like the style they're going for, then the whole movie's going to be fucking boring, probably, and be a miss. Like, there's maybe going to be some nuggets in there that you like, but for large swaths, it's going to be kind of boring. I was into this movie from the fucking first moment I watched this shit, and it was like a high, like a tide, I guess, going in and out of like things. I'm like, this is kind of entertaining, and this is fucking stupid. This is entertaining. This is fucking stupid. But I think overall, I enjoyed it a lot more than I would have anticipated.
Yeah, I think the stupid funny factor was just it was leaning more towards stupid.
It was really fucking stupid. A lot of jokes are remarkably childish.
Yeah.
But I think because of that, it like loops around to being like ironically funny for me.
One thing I want to add is that like for as janky as it is, I think one thing that really helps this movie is that like him green screen compositing himself into the old movie is actually really well done.
It is, shockingly.
Yeah. You don't notice a whole ton, which actually really helps a lot of these stupid jokes land.
Well, I think largely that is true. For when like he's like putting his face just like over some pre-existing body, that's when it's like really, that's when it's very noticeable.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's still, I think that shit's funny though, to be honest.
It is funny. Every time it happened, I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, you know, I agree with a lot of what Jackson said. Like, you know, some of the jokes work and some of them don't, but overall, I had a pretty good time. My favorite joke, the one that made me actively like laugh out loud the most, was definitely the fucking audio peak when the guy went, "That's a lot of nuts!"
Yeah.
That'll be $4. You want fries with that?
Yeah, because that's like in the back end of the film, and so at that point I was kind of waning quite a bit, and so once that happened though, dude, I was back in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally how it is. Like you go through like peaks and valleys. Like, this is kind of boring. It's getting kind of stupid, and then there's like a fucking banger that they throw out there, and it just sucks you back in.
Yeah.
I like this movie. I like this movie a lot more than I think I like it. It's not a great movie, but also like that's the fucking point. But the problem is like with this compared to like So Bad It's Good movies, this is like just like genuinely funny of its own volition rather than it being funny because of like its poor production. The production standpoint for what they're going for isn't even that bad, like you guys said. Outside of the fucking abysmal CGI, but to be honest, I think the abysmal CGI is also looped back to being funny and aged rather well because of it. The fucking Mufasa, what the fuck was going on there? Yeah. The alien spaceships looked fucking terrible, as you'd expect. Also very funny when they're just French. A lot of just stupid shit that's like, it probably didn't land as well at the time because of it, but like, I think because of the age of the film, it's somehow become better, maybe.
Yeah, this film definitely, upon its initial release, people fucking hated it. It was despised, but as people are going to look back on it, it's aged fairly well, especially compared to like its contemporaries from that era, when you look at like all the shitty fucking parody movies that were out, which, like, you know, this was lumped in with at the time, but this definitely has a lot more charm than those do, like fucking Epic movie or some shit.
Yeah. Unironically, I had so much fun with this movie. I like genuinely I already had watched it after I posed, like, oh, let's watch it together, guys. I would have been totally down just to fucking watch it again, just to hear your guys' reactions to it. It's just one of those kinds of movies that's just funny, dude. I appreciate the request. I've got nothing else to say. It's a comedy that I found funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go with the higher of my two ranks. I could definitely see myself lowering it to a B-, because I don't know if it deserves a full flat B, but I'm going to give it to that because I had more fun with it than I anticipated, so I'm going to air high.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my C- here.
B+.
Dude, I will stick with my C+.
And it lands at a B- overall. Very funny.
Wow.
Fantastic.
I love that. Anyway, speaking of B- overall, we've got the 2025 film Avatar: Fire and Ash, as requested by Tanner.
Dude, Avatar: Fire and Ash is the third Avatar movie. So here's what happens. They meet a new crew of people. There's some interpersonal drama. They start a big battle. They are losing the battle, and then nature helps them win.
That's the second
fun
movie
fact. Yeah.
And the first movies.
Yeah. Fun fact. This was originally going to be part of The Way of Water, but they decided it was way too much for one movie, and so they split them into two separate films.
I can definitely see why this would have just been part of that movie, but...
It feels like a part two.
It's because they have the same MacGuffin.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
A lot of the cast is the same too. Like in the first Avatar movie going into the second one, it was like a totally different cast, totally new environment and everything. This movie is largely just like, it does just feel like a sequel to the last one.
Yeah, it does just feel like more of Way of Water. Bad fun fact. Dylan, where are you putting this?
What was the fun fact? I missed it.
It was that this was
Oh,
part
never
of
mind.
Way of Water originally.
I thought that was just Tanner saying some random shit. Dude, I gave this movie an S-.
Holy smokes. Tanner,
Wow.
where are you putting it?
I'm at a flat B with a question mark.
Dude, that's not
Fantastic.
a ranking.
Jackson, how about yourself?
Controversially, I'm tossing up between the exact same ranks as Kung Pao Enter the Fist at a B and a B-.
Yeah, I'm at a
Crazy.
B- myself right now.
Crazy.
Dude, let's kick it off with Dylan. Why'd you love this movie so much?
It combined aspects from the first two movies that I really liked, and I just had a fun time watching it.
Crazy. That's what I didn't like about it. It's the formula for these films has become readily apparent, and they are just following the exact same story beats each time. And this one also very much to me just kind of feels like a setup film for something interesting to happen later, you know?
Yeah.
And I think a big thing I'm kind of realizing with all of the Avatar movies for me is like, I enjoy the sort of zoomed out concept of what's happening and some of the themes they're playing with and whatever. But when it comes to the actual like characters and the specific like scene to scene moments and especially the like emotional whatever stuff and character beats and whatever, I just don't give a fuck at all.
That was probably my biggest qualm with this movie, is that they just set up all this shit. The last two movies I just was not a big fan of, especially with the very last movie, Way of the Water. They were setting up Spider as a big character, and I just don't give a fuck about him. And
Spider fucking
a
sucks. I hate
he was
Spider.
a pivotal major character in this movie with a lot of the big emotional beats. He was a large part of like why there is conflict in this movie in the first place. And because I just don't care about his character, he's the same dude as the last movie without really any changes. It just, nothing really landed, and it just ended up being a kind of nothing burger 3-hour action movie.
Yeah, exactly. When they're, when Jake Sully is, contemplating fucking killing him, I was like, it's meant to be a really emotional part. Like, yeah, you're my son, I'll never kill you or whatever. He's like, I did not care at all, dude. It did not connect with me whatsoever because I just do not care about these characters.
I would have given this movie hella props if they did slit that motherfucker's throat, because it would have genuinely caught me off guard. I was so disconnected from everything at that point because it was so deep into the movie that by the time that scene rolled around, I was just like head resting on fist, leaning over like I don't fucking give a shit what's happening.
Yeah. Dude, the problem for me with that scene is I'm just like, okay, this is just such a fucking obvious, like, allegory to the Abraham and Isaac story that, like, yeah, we get it. Mm-hmm. So it's been a couple years since we watched the first two Avatar films. And so I don't know if it's just that, like, I've gotten a bit more discerning as a film viewer or not. So I wanted to pick your guys' brains. Has the dialogue in this series always been this bad?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Tanner cut that part out. No one wanted to throw you a bone on that question, I guess.
I agree with Nico largely on it too. It felt pretty. I mean, it's been fucking years since we watched the last one, so it's hard to fully say, but it felt very typical. Funnily enough, I was asking Nico 2 random questions I said I wasn't going to include in the podcast, but I'm going to include them now.
Would you guys have sex with the goth Na'vi?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Dylan?
No.
Let's fucking go. 2 wolves, babies. Has the wife of our main character always been such a fucking psycho?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, her like hating Spider is definitely something they just randomly introduced in this one.
She had me so confused, man.
Well, it's because, in the previous, like, battle, like, one of her children died. And so now she fucking hates him because she sees it as his fault.
I forgot that entire plot point. She's valid. I was going to say, a lot of the dialogue around her character is very awkward, which kind of leads into what Tanner was saying.
So the reason I bring that up is just, like, for this film, it stood out to me where I'm like, man, a lot of this dialogue just it doesn't flow well, and a lot of the word choices are weird and pretty stupid. And I remember I didn't have that problem specifically with the other one, so I'm like, did the dialogue just randomly get way worse, or what's the deal here?
Yeah. By the way, another downside, this movie feels so fucking long. Oh my god.
It does, dude. Every time I checked it, I was like, man, I've only been watching it for like 40 minutes since the last time I checked how far into this movie I am.
Yeah, exactly. I checked at the halfway point because I was like, I must be getting close at this point. And no.
Dude, I just remembered one thing I found really, really, really fucking stupid was when they're in, like, the human city and people have their, like, basically cell phones and they're, like, clamoring around and filming stuff and whatever. I'm like, what? Huh? You're like, you're like space business colonists, like, here to do a fucking job. What are you filming people on your fucking, see-through phones for?
This is a big scoop.
I just found that really stupid and kind of, like, off-putting and whatever.
I think people would do that.
Society.
Yeah, I know that's what he was going for. I think it's stupid in this context. Do you think Cameron's gonna do anything interesting with this series? And by that, I mean, like, let the humans win?
No.
Or
no,
yeah, we just
not.
know we just know exactly what's gonna happen in every single movie for the rest of however long this lasts.
I would respect the ball to set up like an Infinity War-esque scenario where it does look like they have an insane advantage and they lose in a movie for like a crazy climactic triumphant victory in the finale or something. But
My
never
question,
do that. You don't have the balls.
Do you think it will eventually get to the point with like the final, it'll be like the last 2 films are setting this up, where the humans are like, all right, fuck it, we've obviously lost this war, let's just destroy the planet?
That'd be badass.
Just nuke them. That'd be funny as hell.
I've said this many, many times. The direction I want the series to go is for the Na'vi to put themselves into human avatar bodies and then invade Earth.
Yeah,
that'd be badass.
Yeah, you see, and that's the reason why the humans decide to destroy the planet, because it's like, I mean, they're getting too powerful. We don't know at what point they're going to get to. They're obviously they hate us now. Let's just get rid of them so we don't have to deal with this problem down the line.
They should just rip off the plot of the last season of Attack on Titan.
There you go.
Awa, their fungus god, can be, fucking the founding titan, and all the animals can be the rumbling, and it somehow shoots them into space at Earth or some bullshit.
Yeah, there you go.
You can figure it out, James Cameron. You wrote Terminator 2.
Yeah, that like big stream, instead of sucking, it becomes a propulsion, and so it it launches the planet towards Earth.
There we go.
I will say,
Insane.
I'll give the movie props for one thing, one piece of spectacle. It was pretty cool to finally see the whales fighting.
Yeah.
Another thing of props for the movie, I actually don't dislike the, like, Ash tribe. I think they're kind of cool. They're, like, spindly, like, fucking creepy spider monkey looking things. I like them as villains. I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea of them, like, allying with the humans in some capacity. I think that's kind of interesting as a plot device.
I definitely agree. It's a level of nuance for this, like, settling of the West allegory series that it desperately needed in order for it to, like, remain interesting for any future films. Like, I don't think you could do a 7-film series where it's just, the Na'vi are the oppressed, plant-loving natives and the humans are evil. Yeah, I think you need this, like, well, some Na'vi don't like the way things are.
I agree.
Those damn Uncle Toms.
The movie looks good sometimes. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I think I've just about run out of thoughts on the film too. Oh, one other thing. I don't like that spiders grow in one of them Na'vi things. Not a big fan of that. Him breathing, fine, I guess so. But like him actually being able to like have a connection with the planet and stuff, I feel like him not having access to that was like at least an interesting part of his relationship with like the rest of his family and everything.
I will say, if they quadruple down and he just starts turning into a Na'vi increasingly, then I come back around on that decision.
He starts becoming blue, yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fucking
He goes through a
badass.
crazy growth spurt. But yeah, I'm sticking to my B-.
I'll stick with my flat B, which puts it for me on par with the first Avatar. I still like Way of Water the best.
I think I'm gonna put this at a flat, or not a flat. I'm gonna put it at a B- as well, which puts it on par with the first Avatar for me. And higher than Way of the Water, because I find Way of the Water pretty stupid.
I'm also making it the same ranking as the first Avatar movie.
So S-.
Yeah.
Okay. And it lands at a B+ overall. Anyways, we've got our last movie this week, which was Nico's pick, that being the 1985 film Back to the Future.
That's right, Back to the Future. It's a film about Marty. I was about to say Morty here. Marty, who's a good friend of Doc Brown. He creates a time machine, a DeLorean, that can bring him to the past. And so he goes there where he meets his mom, who wants to have sex with him. But he's like, I'm not about that life. But he needs to get his mom and dad together so that, he can still be born. And then he goes back to the future.
Fun fact, so the very first test audience that they showed this film to was not told that it was supposed to be a comedy. So during that scene where Einstein the dog gets sent, forward a minute, the room was incredibly tense because they were kind of expecting something horrible to happen to the dog.
That's a good fun
That's a good
fact.
fun
I like
fact.
that. Yeah.
Banger.
All right, I think we should start high here. Tanner, where are you putting this movie?
Dude, I'm at a flat A.
Oh, I was expecting to be higher. I'm also to flat A. Dylan, how about yourself?
A-.
And Jackson?
Whoa.
I'm like between a B and a B+.
Okay.
Oh.
None too shabby.
To be honest
not
with
a good
you,
look.
I went into this movie with pretty lofty expectations. This is an absolute classic, as you'd expect. I didn't grow up with this movie. This is the first time I've seen it. To be honest, it's pretty
Same.
standard feeling 80s comedy fare for me. I think it's well done for the most part. I like our main character. I think he does a good job acting. I think there's some fun scenes. It's pretty consistently funny. It's got a pretty novel idea, and I think they execute on it in an interesting way. It just doesn't do anything exceptional for me.
Yeah, to be honest, that's largely my thoughts on it as well. It's just such a plain, fun film. They just really, they just don't make them like they used to, man. They just don't do it. Everything nowadays, it's all so corporate, and it's all just a bunch of bullshit designed to make you think it's good when it's not actually. But this, there's genuine artistry at play here. I will say, why does mom say that, I really like the name Marty, and then they decide to name their third child that?
Dude, literally when we were watching it, I leaned over to Antoinette. I'm like, they should have had Marty make a joke where it was like, by the way, don't name your first kid Marty or something like
Yeah.
that. But
Maybe hold off until the third one. But
Yeah.
That like whole dance scene with Marty up on the stage is just so fucking iconic, dude. It's just line after line of bangers there, and like that particular section just gets parodied like so much in media. I've seen it play out in like so many different ways, but it's still just so good seeing it up on the silver screen there.
So true. My biggest note, and I also don't have a ton to say because it's just like, this is just a really well done, fun, entertaining, wholesome movie, you know?
Wholesome.
My biggest, what?
His mom almost gets raped.
Listen. Almost, but the day was saved.
He's like, I gotta feel it, my mom.
Yeah, my biggest compliment is just I think the script on this one is incredibly tight. They just do a great job playing with, the whole time travel thing, with making callbacks to information we've already seen and tying everything together. So you're constantly going like, oh, that's why that is, or oh, that's like that, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just I'd put it up there. It's a bit below it, but like Groundhog Day for me was a movie where I was like, the script on this is fucking impeccable. I'd say it's pretty close to there in terms of how nice and tight it is.
Tight.
I like the joke ending as well. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. This film does not feel like 2 hours. Like, this shit breezes by. Like,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
much so that I was really shocked when we got to the dance, because I felt like there was so much more room for like hijinks at that point. But no, it's like, oh damn,
I had the exact same experience. We got to the dance and I was like, what? We're only like halfway. And then I checked and I was like, oh, we're not almost halfway. I'm an hour and a half in.
yeah. It's just so solid. Dylan, do you have any thoughts on Back to the Future?
Is it incest if you kiss your mom and you're not born yet?
No.
There we go. I agree
What
with
a
my
thought.
husband's. I have nothing in particular to say about this movie.
Fantastic. Well, guys, do we have any further thoughts on Back to the Future?
Can't wait for the second one. Where there's
Is there
flying
going to be a
cars
second
and
one? Is that a bit?
hoverboard.
So the ending to this one was mostly a bit when they made it, but then the movie was successful enough that they were like, okay, well, we can't just go make a second one, I guess.
Yeah, 2015 they had flying cars, hover shoes, hoverboards.
We did have all those things back then. We failed as a country. God damn it.
Why?
We
How
did
did
have
you lose them?
hoverboards, but not the kind that were in that
Dude,
movie.
boogie boards, I
unfortunately.
rest my case.
There we
What the
go.
fuck?
They hydroplane.
Yeah.
I was talking about those ones with the wheels.
I don't know. Do we want to do the bit or just, end the review?
Do the
I'm
bit.
sticking to my A.
Fantastic.
A-.
I'm going to go with my higher of my two and say a B+. This is a very solid movie. It didn't blow me away in any particular area, so I don't think it deserves an A tier something or other for me, but very solid. I liked it.
I will also stick with my A.
And it lands at an A- overall.
Wow.
What y'all slick is picking, and by that I mean Dylan. What are you picking?
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's your guys' turns.
I haven't decided what I want to pick yet. Hold on, give me a moment.
Oh god, I don't know what.
All
year
right,
that
give me a
movie
moment,
is. I don't
too.
even know what movie
I
that
truly
is.
never fucking
What did that say?
pre-prepare this when I should.
That's crazy. What year is this movie? A 2026 movie? Is that true? Oh, I don't like that. That looks very strange. Oh god.
Oh, God.
Well, if my Google search is to be believed, we're gonna be watching 2026's Hokum, which I don't
Hokum.
know if are we gonna hold on. Let me rerun the generator really quick. I don't think we can watch that one yet.
Okay. Is it like a sequel?
No, I just don't think it's available to us right now. So I'm playing it safe.
I am seeing that it is on streaming now.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're gonna watch 2026 Hokum. You guys dodged a banger, though. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's a banger.
I'm killing
Bummer.
myself. Anyways, you guys have the option of two movies, unsurprisingly, per usual. One good, one average. We've got 2014 and 2000.
Interesting.
2000.
Nico, would you say it's a fun bit for me to look up what films are releasing each year so we can make a guess, or should we just throw out with no information?
Well,
So many movies come out each year.
True.
yeah, it's a tough one.
You can look at the most well-known ones.
My guess is that the 2014 one is going to be Tusk, probably. So I'm gonna go with 2000.
I'm seeing a couple of interesting options
Interstellar
for 2014.
came out in 2014.
Yeah, it could,
no shit.
Yeah, could be Interstellar, could be Nightcrawler,
I don't think it would be Nightcrawler.
could be Grand Budapest Hotel. Could be Fury.
Fury is a great
in
movie. I would give that
2000,
movie
it
an
seems
S+.
like the only real bad movie that came out was The Grinch. And,
The animated one? Which one?
no, the live action
Jim
one.
Carrey
The
one.
thing
I didn't
is
hear the year.
that... Okay, so if... This is tough. I kind of feel like 2000 is the safer pick, honestly, so I'm gonna say 2000.
You know what? I'll go 2014. I'm seeing some good options here.
Well, I was told to trust in Nico the last time this happened, so I guess my hand is forced to trust in Nico. We're going with 2000.
Yay!
Guys, you guys rolled the one I wanted to watch last week, but you guys didn't fucking pick it. We're watching the 2000 film Ritual, the Hideaki Anno film.
Yay!
Oh.
Is that the good one?
Yeah.
I think so. I haven't seen it yet. I think so.
Well, I
Supposedly.
mean, comparatively between your two movies, I'd assume
what
one
was
of
the
them is bad and
2014
the other
one?
one's
Dude,
good,
it's the
so-
fucking live-action Need for Speed movie.
Oh my god.
Is it not
Very
already... Is Need for Speed only a video game franchise? Well, I guess not anymore, but primarily a video game
Yes.
franchise?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And of course, we have our Patreon raffle pick this week, which was me, myself, and Irene, the 2000 film, as requested by the Bebot, aka Blake. Thank you for the request.
Fantastic. And if you too would like to get film requested just like the Bebot did, then Tanner's gonna tell you about how you can do that.
That's right, everyone. If you head on over to guapish.com/Patreon or patreon.com/Guapish, you can subscribe to us for only $1 a month. And with that, you'll get exclusive access to our pre-Guap show, early access to every episode, and we'll let you into the Discord where you can talk to us. You can request topics, request movies, just like the Bebot did. You get 500 slime coin, and finally, you get your name read out at the end of every single episode, just like I'm gonna do right now. Thank you very much to Dylan is my comfort character, That Darn Cat, Slayed by Jay, Blake, Netagant, Lavaskin, Top Ramen Man, That Darn Cat, Tutbot, Lucas Ledette Hunter, and Jacob Edwards.
That's right. I hope you enjoyed it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Prefer to like and subscribe. Ring a ding that bell. We'll be seeing you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.